Okay, today we're going to look at the Onkyo Fusion S-35, a 12-wave speaker system. The features include a high-powered polypropylene woofer, a ferrofluid-cooled mid-range, ferrofluid-cooled polyester film dome tweeter, revolutionary automatic thermal protection things and stuff. So this is pretty much your white band speakers, except with a real name on there. This veneer is actually pretty darn good. It's still a vinyl veneer, or maybe a wood veneer, but the problem is this is actually, if you look very closely, the camera probably wouldn't be able to show you, but this is actually printed on. You can see the pixels of the image that was printed. But it's got the real sort of dents or grain lines added, so it's actually a pretty nice veneer. Let's take a look at the problems that I find with this. This big woofer, 12-inch woofer, weighs 2.8 pounds. No joke. I measured it. Made in Taiwan, 8 ohms, part number 310051. Made September 11th, 1991. 10 years exactly before the September 11 tax. Very light though, 2.8 pounds. So, yeah, that's that. The mid-range, ferrofluid cooled, yay. 8 ohms, August 30th, 1991. Part number 311052. Okay? This tweeter. The tweeter, believe it or not, actually more than the mid-range, which I measured them anyway. Part number 312052, July 10th, 1991. The cabinet is where the main problem lies. Granted, I'm not surprised to see that they're using particle board instead of MDF. No real manufacturer I haven't seen that uses MDF, although that Fishman Loudbox guitar amp is made of MDF. But the enclosure is where I find a problem with. Let's look inside now, shall we? Do you see the problem that I see? I don't know about you, but there's two problems with this. First up, there's no bracing. Just particle board rather. But no bracing whatsoever. Second up, no dampening material. Third up, the glue that they actually use to hold this together, I kid you not. That's hot glue, hot melt glue that you melt with a glue gun. These cabinets fall apart pretty easily. I already had to glue the bottom part back on, and I didn't really clamp it that tight, so as you can see, there's already a gap there. Oops. But, yeah, so I'll do an audio test on them. I have two of them. One's over there, but you can see what they look like. But anyway, this is the Onkyo Fusion S-35 Revolutionary AV. Now let's take a look at the crossover real quick. They're using high quality, catch my drift there of sarcasm, 22 gauge wire. Wow. You have your 1.4 amp thermal breaker. It really just cuts off if the current exceeds 1.4 amps. Not much. So the woofer is simple. It, your woofer right here, and then so that's for your woofer. Then your mid-range goes through a 2.2 microfarad 100 volt non-polarized electromotive capacitor, then through a 5 watt 8 ohm resistor, then out here for your mid-range. Then your tweeter goes through a 2.2, wait, did I say 2.2? This is 4.7 microfarad 100 volt, sorry, 4.7. This is 2.2 microfarad 100 volt. Then out this, and then out there for your tweeter. So, as you can see, it's not really a complex crossover, no inductors, just capacitors, resistors, and tweeters. Again, that's what you'd expect to find in a cheap speaker. So my plan for these speakers are One, I'm going to add some bracing, because it's pretty ridiculous that they didn't add any. Probably have one going this way, and then maybe one going up. So I'll add bracing, then I'm going to add dampening material. I'm not sure if I'm going to use sort of like an egg crate foam, or if I'm going to use sort of a pillow stuffing polyester. But whatever I use, I'll keep you updated. And I'll also do an audio test on these things too. But yeah, look at them woofers and tweeters. Literally, just so light you can pick it up with your pinky. So let's do a drop test. Not that loud. No, that woofer in there, that's only an 8. That's a 2 ohm, 8 inch woofer in there. I know 2 ohms, weird, but I'll have to make a video on this guitar amp another day. But that woofer weighs way more than this hunk of junk. But you know, hey, I got them for free, so can't really complain. And yeah, so that pretty much sums it up for the Onkyo Fusion AV S-35 12-way, 3-way speaker system, 12-way woofers, and yeah, whatever.